What is up, everybody? It is the Alexis Ada, and this is my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be filming a Q&A. This is my very first Q&A on my channel, and I'm super excited just for you guys to get to know me a little bit more. You know, we family. We family. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First. Oh, and shout out to Tony. Tony is my camera lady today.
Hey y'all. All right, first question. I don't like how I said that. Edit that. First question: if you could go back in time, what advice would you give your younger self?
If I could go back in time, stay true to who you are. That would be one of the #1 pieces of advice I would give to myself. Is just to stay true to who I am. I feel like in my younger days, I tried so hard to fit in. I tried so hard to be like the people that were popular. Like I just wanted to be a part of something. You know, I just feel like the outcast. Most of my younger life, I'm acting like I'm 40 years old, but you know, like in my younger days, yeah, my younger self, like I just felt so like not a part. Like I just felt like lame and I don't know, just very isolated. But I would just remind myself, not remind myself, but I would tell my younger self to stay true to who you are, no matter what. 2, I'm gonna do like 3. So the second piece of advice I would tell myself is spend more time, like as far as like self-care. I feel like I don't cater to yourself. Boom, cater to yourself. I didn't really cater to myself too much when I was younger. It was more so me trying to fulfill the needs of others, making sure I was there for everybody else. Like, okay, you need this, I'm here. You know, like it was more like that. It never was like, who is Alexis? What is Alexis like? What do you like to do for fun? What makes you angry? What makes you happy? You know, like I never really just like catered to who I was. I never really got to know who I was because I was too busy, 1, trying to be a part of groups that I never should have wanted to be a part of, and 2, I just wanted to always make other people happy before I'm making myself happy. So staying true to who I am, 1, 2, catering to who I am and just getting to know myself a little bit more. And the final piece of advice would be oh my gosh, I don't know. I've been learning so much in this current life. I'm saying it like I've lived 2 lives, but maybe that's about it. Maybe if I have like bonus advice, I'll add that at the end of the video, but right now that's the main 2 pieces of advice. It's just like staying true to who I am, always like remaining self-aware and catering to myself. So those are the 2 main pieces of advice. So, yeah.
All right, question number 2. What is your daily motivation?
My daily motivation. This is a really good question. My unborn children. My unborn children. Oh my gosh, I don't want to cry.
It's okay. Because they might watch this one day.
My unborn children are my...
Your mama love y'all.
My unborn children are my daily motivation because I'm not living this life for me. Like, I'm living this life for them. I'm building this legacy. I'm establishing a legacy for them. Like, this is for them. Like, none of this is for me. Like, yes, I get to live it, but they're really going to get to live it, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm doing I'm building the foundation right now so they can just build off of what I've already built, if you get what I'm saying. So My unborn children are my daily motivation. I just keep saying it because anybody who, not anybody, but like the people closest to me, they know I can't wait to be a mom. Like I've always been the mom of my friend groups. Yes, like I've always been the mom of my friend groups, and I don't know, it's just in me. I just feel like, and then I get it from my mom too. My mom is very loving and very nurturing, and it just literally trickled down to me. And I have so much love to give, so that's really what keeps me going. Like they're like my why. Like I just remember, like, okay, like some days I don't want to do certain things, but I'm like, your kids, like, although you don't have kids right now, but when you do have kids, they gonna know that like mama was a hustler. She was gonna get it by any means, like whether she had to crawl, cry, run, whatever, drag herself to do it, I'm gonna get it done. I want them to know that resiliency is one of the most key things to possess in life. Resiliency and self-awareness. Those are two things that I'm like so strong on. And 3 other things is vulnerability, authenticity, and transparency. Extremely important in life. Extremely important in life. Also with moving with love. Extremely important. You know what I'm saying? So my kids, my unborn kids are my motivation. Like, cause like I said, I just want them to know like you can do anything. Like once you change your mind, you can change your life forever. So I'm doing this for my kids. So yeah, it's my motivation, my unborn kids.
Question number 3. At what point did you realize you were called to do God's work?
Last year, 2019, this summer of 2019. Yeah, the summer of 2019, when I was in college, I was still wanting acceptance and seeking acceptance, and I never just felt accepted. And like I spent a lot of time in my room, like with me feeling like an outcast. I really didn't hang with people like that, and plus I was socially awkward, so I didn't really hang out with people like that. I spent a lot of time in my room. So in the time in my room, God was speaking to me a lot. And I remember one time hearing him so vividly, like, you want to be a part of the crowd so bad. Little do you know I've called you to be set apart. And I'm just like, I don't want to be set apart. Like, I want to be a part of a crew. Like, I want to be in a gang. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, I want to be a part of something. And it's just like, no. He's like, no. Like, I called you to lead. Like, I called you to... You go build a gang. You go build a group. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go do that. So I found that out last year or 2 years ago. Probably about 2 years ago. I'm like, okay, like, my purpose is big. It's something that, like, I'm here for a greater purpose. Like, it's something bigger that needs to be birthed out of me. Like, I gotta, you know. So it was about 2 years ago, and I was like, okay, like, it's something in you gotta get out. You know, it's just a matter of like how we gonna get it out and what I gotta go through to get it out. So yeah, about 2 years ago.
Okay. Question number 4. Where do you see your brand in 5 to 10 years?
Message of the day. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another message of the day. What she finna say? I see Message of the Day by Zada Global. We're gonna be nationwide. I'm gonna have a team of God-fearing, success-driven, loving, caring, kind, motivational crew. It's gonna be like a gang full of people, a very tight team. I'm really praying for a tight team, people with those traits, you know, just to help me carry Message of the Day and spread the word of God all over the world. Make it international. I feel like everybody needs to hear my voice, and that's not me being cocky, that's me being confident, because I'm confident in my gift. I'm confident in what God has called me to do. I'm confident in my purpose on this earth, and it's so fortunate to know that I know my gift. When it's somebody probably watching this is struggling to find their purpose in this life. And I pray that with the Message of the Day, I can help guide you to finding your purpose. So we're going to be global. We're going to be all over the world. You may see us at schools, conferences, everything. We may have we're going to have our own like headquarters. So, you know, it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. I don't want to say too much because I'm already working on stuff, but you know, it's coming. Yes, stay tuned. So it's coming. Just know it's going to be global. One word, global. 2 words, global, period. But yeah.
It's a movement, not a moment.
Period. It's a movement, not a moment. We're going to put that at the bottom of the screen.
All right, last question. How did message of the day get started?
The best for last, y'all. This is the best for last. So this is like a little story time. Y'all ready for the tea? Get your glasses. Get your glasses, honey. We see ya. Okay. Okay, so message of the day started last year, May 7th. I think it was like May 7th. It was in May of 2019, y'all. So I had this friend, you know. I had this friend or whatever. We was on the phone. And, well, actually, before we got on the phone, actually, no. Let me start over. Because I want to paint a vivid picture for y'all. For those of you who don't know, I go to PB. PB, you know. And I was on 1960. If you're from Houston, you know what I said. So I'm coming down 1960, headed to Houston. So I made a video. I made a message of the day, not knowing it was message of the day, if you know what I mean. I was just making a random message, like speaking facts on my channel. So I was making a video. I made it, kept driving. So my friend calls me. He was like, bro, like that video you just posted, like you should make that a thing. Like you should like call it, I don't know if he brought it up or if I brought it up to call it message of the day, but he was like, you should really make it a thing. Like you really should like do this every day because you be speaking that real stuff, you know. So I'm like, should I? Like me doubting myself. I'm like, man, like don't nobody want to hear what I gotta say. Like who cares? Like I'm like, nah, like nobody wants to hear that. He was like, no, like you should do it. I'm like, whatever, I'll think about it. Now where you at? Because we were supposed to be linking up. I'm like, whatever, we'll talk about that later. Where you at though? So hung up or whatever. I kept driving, and what he said really resonated with me. I'm like, maybe I should make this a thing, because I was at a big transformation in my life. I was going through a breakup at the time, and a lot of stuff was like changing. A lot of stuff, my perspective, like it was just so much things in my life changing. And I was like, wow, like I really do be having some real stuff to say. And I feel like the stuff I be saying, I can like help somebody out, you know, because a lot of us are fighting silent battles that we don't discuss. And thank God that I'm bold enough to be as transparent as I am, yet private, because okay, but as transparent as I am to share things, and you know, to share my testimony so that it could become of somebody else's survival guide. So, you know, it resonated with me. I'm like, you know what, maybe I should make it a thing. So that moment forward, I just started doing message of the day. So, but I wasn't doing it as consistent until July 7th, 2019. My friendship with that person ended. And it really took a toll on me. I was like, oh my gosh, like I thought we was gonna be friends forever. You know how you meet those certain people, it's like, bro, like we're gonna be tight forever, like, you know. But it didn't work out that way. It didn't work out that way. It didn't work out that way. The friendship ended, and I'm gonna post like a snippet of my message of the day. My very first message of the day is titled "Losing to the Truth." So it was inspired by him, my friendship that ended with that individual. I lost to the truth. It wasn't technically a loss. It's just a word of speech. Figure of speech. Yeah, that's what it was. I really didn't lose. If anything, I'm winning. So I was like, I titled it "Losing to the Truth" because we were having a discussion about something, and I told him how I honestly felt my honest stance on it, because usually I would be in agreement with him. Like, I wouldn't really provide my opinion as much, because I'm like, you know, I'm gonna let you express. But it was this certain thing I just could not let flow. I just couldn't. And it was like a rap. Like, he was just like, oh, that's how you feeling? Like, nah, because I'm done, because I never thought you would. And I'm just like, okay. Well, I wasn't like, okay. Of course, in a moment, I'm like, why would you? I mean, I'm just trying to, you know, because, you know, like, I'm the type of person, like, I love hard. Like, and I care hard about people. I have such a big heart. So it's just like, oh my God. Wow. So basically, so y'all, my camera cut off, so I had to transition to another setting. So here we are. So basically, I just wanted to end the video off by saying, don't be discouraged when people leave your life because you're no longer walking to the beat of their drum. Follow your heart, follow God's lead, do what's best for you. Everybody isn't going to agree with you. Everybody isn't going to agree. So it is what it is. Stay true to yourself. Like, that's just very important. And don't be a yes man either. I feel like I kind of was a yes man in that situation, because I'm like, yeah, and it's like, no, like, thank you. Basically, don't compromise your standards just to keep somebody in your life. That's literally perfect. Words from Tony, because that's extremely true. I was really like watering down who I truly was to maintain a friendship that actually wasn't even good for me. So actually, that God didn't even ordain, that's a word for somebody, because a lot of the times we like put ourselves in situations and relationships that we think is best for us, but like, we want God to like bless it, but God isn't going to bless any mess. Like, if he didn't ordain it, he is not going to like excel it. Like, it's just not going to happen. So that's just really that on that. I don't have too much more to say about that situation. What's done is done. God can't end a season without, God can't begin a season without ending a season. So it's so crazy, because the season of our friendship ended, but the beginning of Message of the Day by Alexis Ada was birthed. So I'm just super blessed, super grateful, because now I'm impacting people's lives all over the world, and the best is yet to come. So yeah, so that is it for this Q&A. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Hope you guys were able to, I don't know, I hope you guys would just feel like you were just sitting on your couch and we were just having a conversation, because that's what I was aiming for. So I love you guys so much. Don't forget to spread love, because there isn't a paid, and I'm going to put my personal page and my business page here, so you guys can go check those two out. And have you checked Message of the Day today yet? I'm gonna post it again so you guys can see Message of the Day. What she finna say. All right, I love you guys. Gang gang.